Hello, hello. We're back again.
As a matter of fact, we are.
Oh, I'm Greg. I've got Marty with me, and welcome to the Glitter Glam Rock podcast. And today we're going to talk about. Marty's been nagging me to do this for a year, and we're finally going to do it. Rock and Roll Dudes, the Glitter Band's second album.
Yeah, the Glitterites. I'm a Glitterites. This is one for the Glitterites. Well, they're all. they're all.
That's
all
right.
With the Glitterites. But this one, yeah. I don't remember the details like I did with Hay of, the anticipation of the record shops and that. I just remember I loved it. There was no disappointment. The Glitter Band have this knack of having these real feel-good verses.
What I remember watching Sounds Unlimited, as it was back in those days, and seeing the film clip for Goodbye My Love.
Really?
Yeah, I remember seeing that, and then I remember thinking, okay, there's a new single out. Is there a new album out? I don't actually remember getting the album, but I remember we both got it pretty quickly. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't remember the single. I remember having the album.
Yeah, no, the song Goodbye My Love was a big hit in Australia.
Yeah.
It was a big hit in Australia. But I just remember, getting the album and looking at the album cover and thinking, what the fuck? Where's the glitter?
It was a bit disappointing, wasn't it?
A bit disappointing. They look like they've moved into this pop star thing. They just want to be like teeny pop band, and they're dressed like the Rubettes. If you put those berets on them, it could be the fucking Rubettes.
Yeah. I'll tell you, there's one Glitterite that would actually be agreeing with you 100%, and that's Rob. He's always complaining about that.
Yeah.
About how where's the glitter,
Yeah. And it was just so, they could be the Rubettes, they could be the Osmonds, they went that way, they got rid of the glitter.
Yeah.
And it's just one of the worst album covers I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's nothing striking about it, was it?
Yeah, compared to Hey, which was just such a great album cover.
Yeah, I just thought, why,
Yeah.
And then after that, they went on to do these other things that weren't glitter at all, but that's another story.
Yeah, and you can hear that in the record. You can hear they're getting away from the glitter sound.
Yeah, it wasn't as glittery.
But the one thing I noticed the most when I saw the cover of the album was John Russell wasn't there.
Yeah.
I didn't even know he'd left. We didn't know he'd left.
Yeah, and songs like Let's Get Together Again, he co-wrote. With Jerry.
Well, he co-wrote...
Goodbye My Love.
He co-wrote For Always and Ever as well.
That's right, yeah.
So he wasn't there, but one of the big things I remember when this album came out was the Glitter Band were touring.
Yeah.
We found out, one of us looked in the paper and saw a little ad for the Glitter Band playing at the Horton Pavilion. We begged your mum to go.
Yeah.
And so we were looking forward to that.
Well, that answers my question. Was Rock and Roll Dudes out before we went to that concert?
Yeah, it was out. Well, they were touring Rock and Roll Dudes.
Yeah. So John Russell wasn't there?
Russell wasn't there.
Oh, okay.
He was already gone.
Yeah.
And
big loss.
Yeah,
big loss.
Massive loss. And one thing you notice...
They just weren't the same after that, were they?
No.
As much as I love the album, it's still glittery. The songs are very, as I said before, feel-good glitter band songs, which they have a knack for.
Yeah.
But yeah, it wasn't like, hey, there wasn't really much glitter, really.
No, it was produced by Mike Leander again, and you can just tell, you just know they're getting away from the glitter stuff. Bowie has already dumped glitter.
Yeah.
Mark Bolan has dumped glam.
Yeah.
And they're thinking, okay, glitter's dying. We're going to move into the next phase. And I think probably from Mike Leander's advice, he would have said, they probably would have loved to have just gone straight pop straight away. But for him, he would have said, well, let's just do it in a sort of gradual way.
Yeah.
And we'll keep some of the glitter sound in, and you can still do your pop songs.
Yeah. Well, when you put on For Always and Ever, when you start the album, the hand claps are there straight away.
Yeah.
And you think, Okay.
Yeah.
But by that time, you've already looked at the album cover.
Yeah, that's right.
So you know there's going to be something different coming.
Look, I love For Always and Ever. I think it's a great song.
Oh, it is,
It's
yeah.
a great song. It's my favourite track on the album.
Yeah, it's typical Glitter.
Yeah.
But you just do know that something's going to be different after looking at that cover.
Yeah, co-written by John Russell. It's just a fantastic pop song. It's got some of the Glitter sound in it, and
but that's a big element. It, as you said, it had some of the Glitter sound.
That's right.
Where Hey had all the Glitter sound.
That's right. That's right.
And John Russell said if he would have stuck around, the other two albums would have been Glitter, Glam,
which would have been fantastic.
Yeah, it would have been.
Do you want to listen to For Always and Ever?
Yep.
Somehow, but I've told you that you mean everything in my life. Though they try to pull us apart, I'll keep holding on to you, my love. They can't pull us apart. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. When I said that I love you, don't you know I meant it too? You're the one who's made my wildest dreams come true. For always and ever, people talk about us now, trying to break us up somehow. But I've told you that you mean everything in my life. Though they try to pull us apart, I'll keep holding on to you, my love. They can't pull us apart. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. Didn't we show them how to make a dream come true? Didn't we show them you loving me, I'm loving you? Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together. Our love will go on forever, always and ever. We'll be together.
What a great way to open the album. Track 1, For Always and Ever.
Yeah, it was just in your face. You know, it's the cymbal and then bang, you know, the clapping. It was all the elements were there, you know, straight away.
And you know, as you said, it sort of gave you false hope.
Yeah.
It sort of made you think the whole album was going to be like... I mean, the whole album does have glittery elements to it.
Yeah. But even the ones that are not so glittery, like I said before, they have a way, they have a knack of writing songs, and it's very pleasant, easy listening verses.
Yeah.
So that kind of covered the non-glittery element.
Yeah, that's right. And then you go to track 2, Sweet Baby Blue.
I like it. I know you're not too fond of it. But
I'm not a big John Springate fan.
No, I know.
You know, I prefer Jerry's voice.
Yeah.
And Jerry's songs.
Yeah.
You
That's
know?
fair enough. That's a fair call.
Something about Sweet Baby Blue depresses me. I don't know what it is. Maybe something happened when I was listening to it one time. I don't know.
Yeah, well, like, I've got good memories of it. I just think of, you know, because, we were still very young, like we were only about, 10 or 11 or something.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm thinking, great, yeah, another Glitter Band record. And I suppose as fans do, you just become biased anyway.
That's right, yeah.
But
they could do no wrong.
Yeah, but I did like it. I generally, and I still do. They're very easy listening to verses.
I like that part, that sweet baby blue.
Yeah.
I like that part.
Yeah.
It's not a bad song. It's not, I think it's a bit of a letdown for me after For Always and Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, Sweet Baby Blue hasn't got the clapping stuff, has it?
No, it just didn't have that much of the glitter element to me. And like I said, I'm not a big Springate fan. I'm more of a Jerry fan. Yeah. Okay, then you got track 3, I Can't Stop, another John Springate song.
Yeah.
I think that would have really fit on Hey.
Yeah.
It's if with that Hey production, it would have really fit on Hey because it sounds a bit 1950s to me.
Yeah. Did that have the clapping, that song?
I can't. You're not going to ask me this for every song, are you? Because I can't remember.
Yeah.
You listen to it all the time.
True.
What are you talking about?
Don't forget, I've been listening to the other albums now, so
Yeah.
the older ones have just gone on the back burner a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's no excuse anyway. I should know. No, I don't think it has. It's a cool, fast, swinging track, but there's no hand claps.
Yeah, to me,
Nothing reverby, nothing glam.
to me, it's a nothing song.
Yeah.
I don't like it that much at all, really.
Fair enough.
Number 4, Write Me a Letter, written by Jerry Shepherd and Pete Phipps. I really like this song.
Do you?
Yeah, I really like it. I think it sounds really glittery too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think
That's interesting.
I think just Jerry's voice is glam,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I suppose when you hear his voice, we think of Angel Face, don't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Them dressed up as angels and
Yeah.
and the clip. But yeah, you're right. Jerry's got a great voice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think John Springate's got more of a range. He's got more
Probably,
versatility. But there's something about Jerry's voice that makes up for it.
Yeah, I think Jerry's voice is more, I don't know, I just like it better.
Yeah.
It's more commercial, I guess.
Yeah.
Springate's voice is too...
It can go...
It's too poppy. It's
it
too...
can go a lot of ways. Yeah.
Another Pete Phipps song after that, number 5, All My Love.
Did he have that? Did he write that
Yeah.
on his own?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, it's a good song. It's kind of like I Can't Stop with me. It's another swinger,
Yeah, no, I like that song. To me, it's very poppy again, isn't it?
Yeah. It's just unlike Hey.
Yeah.
Like we both love the songs anyway.
Yeah.
But if you want to dissect it, there's nothing Hey about it.
No, it's it's again that they've turned away from that hardcore glitter sound, and they're trying to become more of a teeny bop band, which is a bit disappointing, but not too bad. All right,
I still have fond memories of it. Like, we took you to Manly that time at Christmas Day.
Oh yeah,
to see my uncles and that. I just remember on one of those Christmas days, I was just stoked about having the new Glitter Band album.
Yeah. Oh, look, we played the shit out of it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I played the shit out of it. It was just fantastic. But now looking back, and I loved every single one of these songs, but looking back in retrospect and comparing it to earlier material and stuff, you can, you critique it more.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
The cracks were starting to.
Yeah, and I guess it comes down to what songs last.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. The really good songs last forever.
Yeah,
So when you're a kid, something like All My Love or Sweet Baby Blue are fantastic.
Yeah,
but they don't have that. They don't last like...
They're not in that category.
Yeah, of something like For Always and Ever or Angel Face.
Yeah.
But one song that does last for me, one song I absolutely loved, was Goodbye My Love.
Yep. As you know, I'm on my second wave of Glitter, and when you're on a wave, as we both know, you're playing the shit out of them. You know.
Yeah.
Goodbye My Love is one song I'm just starting to get a little bit.
Sick of?
Yeah, I'm starting to get over it. That and Let's Get Together Again.
Yeah.
Yeah, both of those songs I've just.
See, but you're playing them all the time.
I know.
I hardly ever play them.
Yeah,
you know?
I know. That's what I was going to say.
When I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, Goodbye My Love, I remember seeing the film clip, and I remember seeing Springate singing. And that was the first time I'd seen him singing, and I'm thinking, shit, he's singing this one.
Yeah.
You know, but I loved it just because there was something new out there. It was, you know, you hardly ever got to see any Gary or Gary Glitter stuff. And then all of a sudden there's this new song and it's a hit in Australia, and it was a good bloody song too.
Yeah.
I thought very dramatic, but good.
You know, something about with rock and roll dudes, you know who's on the main vocals, where with Hey, it all kind of sounded the same, didn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
I remember you said to me, oh, so that was Springy singing Tell Him.
Yeah.
Where I only just found out myself by listening to it properly. When we were kids and that, I had no idea who was singing what.
No,
it all sounded the same.
I thought Jerry was singing them all because from the film clips we saw, Angel Face, Just For You, you know,
it was Jerry.
I just thought it was all Jerry. An interesting side note about this, when Goodbye My Love came out, they spun a story, like Jerry wrote it, and they spun a story that it was a real story, and Jerry was too heartbroken to sing it. And that was a story we always believed.
I want to hear your story.
Well, John Springate said, back in those days, I was like, I want to sing some songs, and I was really pushing to sing songs, and he like threatened to leave the band if they didn't let him sing Goodbye My Love.
Really?
Yeah. So, of course, they weren't going to say that story. They made up this story about the heartbreak.
Okay, when we go off air, as we call it, I want to ask you more about that.
Well, that's all I know.
Yeah. Oh, where did you hear it?
A John Springate interview.
Oh, okay.
John Springate freely admitted it. I mean, you know, look, I guess Claire Shepherd knows what the real story is.
Yep.
But yeah, look, for me, it was a great song. I was just stoked that the Glitter Band had a top 10 hit in Australia, you know, and that you get to see the film clip and stuff.
And we were just, at the time, we were just stoked listening to the Glitter Band again.
Yeah. All right, so then we flip over the record and we go to side 2, and the first song on side 2 is Game's Up. Yeah. What do you think of that?
Again, not my favourite. Hasn't got much glitter to it. Yeah. But catchy verse. Verses. Just easy listening, pleasant verse.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's nothing really to say about. Nothing much to say about that.
Well,
I could understand some of it, people's best song. I could understand a lot of people loving it, you know, more than I did. But I just prefer other songs.
For me, I remember not playing side 2 as much as side 1.
Yeah.
Side 2 to me was really inferior to side 1.
Yeah.
You know, and Game's Up, I don't think that's a good song to start with for side 2.
Yeah.
You know, I was really pissed off when I bought the album that The Tears I Cried wasn't on it.
Yeah, it was on certain countries.
Yeah.
Included it.
Yeah.
And it ended up being on the third album.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was pissed off as well, especially knowing that other countries did include it.
Number 8 is Bring Her Back.
Okay, that's one song that's really grown on me. It done nothing for me as a kid, but now I'm on my second wave. I love it. I love it now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, it's not very glittery. The next one is, do you remember? I love that song.
No, next one is Pictures.
Is it Pictures, right? That's another Peter Phipps, Jerry song, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
which I don't like.
I don't like it much.
Depressed the shit out of me when I was
actually,
a kid.
that'd be the worst song on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst song on the album. Yeah, Bring Her Back also didn't do much for me, you know. I mean, it's a good little pop song, but it didn't do much for me.
Yeah, I like it a lot better than I did then.
Yeah. So and then we got Pictures of You, which we both agree is depressing. And then number 10, you've got Do You Remember, written by Jerry Shepherd and John Russell.
I love it.
Yeah, Do You Remember is a good song.
Yeah.
It's a good song. All the songs that John Russell have got, like, has got his hand in are good songs, aren't they?
Yeah, which makes it more frustrating.
Do you want to listen to it?
Yeah, put it on.
A long, long time, I was missing you. Hope you love me like I love you. Hope you miss me too. I wrote to you every day. Never thought things would turn out this way. Do you remember when I surrendered everything to you? You know it's growing now, I'm knowing. Guess you never ever knew. Should we break up? We could make up. You know you make me blue. Now you're leaving, I'm leaving. Never find someone like you. I was longing for your touch, love to see you smile. You know I love you very much, make my life worthwhile. I dream of you every night. Really thought things would turn out alright. Do you remember when I surrendered everything to you? You know it's growing now, I know. Guess you never ever knew. Should we break up? We could make up. You know you make me blue. Now you're leaving, I'm leaving. Never find someone like you. Do you remember when I surrendered everything to you? Should we break up? We could make up.
Man, how grungy was that, eh?
Yeah, I absolutely love that song. It's probably one of my favourite songs on the album. I love how the clapping comes in.
You actually said to me when we were sitting there, you go, here come the hand claps.
Yeah.
And you hear that.
Yeah, and the way they did it, just the timing of those claps. Yeah, I wish John Russell wrote more songs. It could have been another Hey. It would have been so much more glittery if
That's
John
right.
Russell stayed.
Yeah. It's and the grunginess of that, you know, the combination of the sax and guitars, just sounds fantastic. You know, I think that song could have been a single.
Yeah. Well, as you know, I'm on my second wave of glitter.
You've only told us 3 times.
Yeah, but my dog. My dog cries at the glitter sound. It's so frustrating.
At the guitar, the combination of the guitars and
the star guitar, basically.
Yeah, right.
Freaks my dog out, and it's so frustrating because he starts crying, you know, and I got to lock him away in the bedroom, or got to sometimes I pick up and dance, dance with him like a little baby, you know, because it's a little chihuahua.
Yeah, it must be just some frequency that freaks him out.
Yeah, the Star Guitar, like Rock and Roll Part 2, it totally freaks him out.
You should film it and put it on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it'd be good, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, number 11. You're Trying Too Hard. Now, this is actually written by Harvey.
Yep.
On his own.
Harvey's, I know, Rob, I know you're listening. From memory, that's your favourite song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think it's his favourite song.
Wow.
Glitter Band song. But yeah, great song. It's just another swinger, you know, another pleasant swinger.
It's surprising that it's surprising that Harvey didn't write more.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm sure there's some...
The brilliant Harvey Ellison, he was sort of like the Ringo of the band, wasn't he?
He was always...
The quiet guy.
But always, hey, boys, let's do this sort of, you know. Yeah. How about this pose, you know?
He was sort of like, he didn't really get involved in all that glitter band wars.
No, but you could tell, you could just see that he had personality.
Yeah.
In the back, you know, in the background sort of thing. Like in that movie, he had the pirate. He was like dressed as a pirate. And he said something, you know, you couldn't understand. It was real pirate talk.
Yeah.
But and you know, like there's a time where he someone had him on. Pete Phipps had Harvey on his shoulders, you know.
Yeah.
When they were doing the end part with Mud and all the other bands.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could just tell that he had personality.
He was pretty cool, old Harvey, wasn't he?
Yeah. Everyone liked him.
Yeah, everyone liked him.
You could see it.
That's a thing, yeah. Okay, the last song on the Australian version, anyway, is Let's Get Together Again.
Yeah. As I told you when we were kids, you know, I came home from school one day and my mum said, "What's wrong?" I said, "I'm not friends with Greg anymore." And then she started singing, "Let's Get Together Again."
Did she?
That's a true story.
Oh, she must have heard. You must have played the shit out of it.
Yeah.
And did you have the single for that?
I don't think so. I don't remember.
I remember having Angel Face, but I don't. Maybe I had Just For You, or you had Just For You.
Otherwise, no, because we would know the B-side to Angel Face.
Right.
And I only heard that for the first time.
Yeah.
When it came on this compilation album.
Well, it made number 35 in the Australian charts. And look, I remember... Let's talk a bit about The Tears I Cried as well.
Yeah.
Because for me, I feel like it belongs on this album.
It does.
Because it's got that sound. It's, you know, it was probably produced in the same sessions, I think.
Yeah, well, it was one of the most glamorous songs on the album, and it wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was there some other countries. It was included on a couple of other countries, but not on ours.
Yeah. So...
And it ended up on the third album.
For a while, it was hard to discern between the two, between Goodbye My Love and Tears I Cried. They sound so similar, don't they?
I still get them mixed up.
Yeah. They sound so similar. And again, Springy bullied his way onto the lead vocal of another hit record, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised to hear that story.
Yeah.
You know, like, we don't know them in person.
We don't know what happened, really.
But we can get a basic guess of their personalities.
Well, for me, you know, if it wasn't for Springy being a bit of a bully, why wouldn't Jerry sing it? You know?
Well, Jerry could have easily sung Springy's songs.
Well, but Jerry wrote those two songs.
Yeah.
He wrote that. Why wouldn't have he sung those two songs? Okay, if you're going to believe the story, you're going to believe the story about his broken-hearted girlfriend.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair enough for Goodbye My Love. And then Tears I Cried.
Yeah.
What's the story behind that?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know? It's like, I don't know, I feel old Jerry was a bit ripped off here.
Yeah, because he was the nice guy. Again, you know, nice guys come last.
Yeah.
And you could just, especially now, he's passed on, everything you hear about him was so positive, and he was such a nice guy, you know?
Yeah.
You didn't have to know him to tell.
That's right. And the album reached number 15 on the British charts. And of course, as we were talking before, this was the album that just been released when they were touring Australia. So it was a really big thing for us.
Yeah.
You know? And I know I've spoken about it before, but I still have that strong memory of the day we were going to see them, of me sneaking, because to get to your place, we had to walk past our school.
Yeah.
On the main road up there. So I'm like hiding behind cars and hiding behind trees so the teachers don't see me, making my way to your place, knowing that we were going to see the Glitter Band. We're actually going to see the Glitter Band. You know?
Remember that now.
Yeah.
We jigged school, didn't we?
We jigged school. Your mum was at work that day. We had no reason to jig school, but it was just we were celebrating.
Yeah.
And I remember going over to your place and we just put on Glitter Band records all day and we were standing in front of the mirror and we were miming it and...
psyching up for it.
Yeah, and we were going through all this, I hope they play this one, I hope they play that one, I hope they play that one. And then we went and fucking no memory.
Yeah, no memory of it whatsoever. We must have been paranoid too of the guys that used to bash.
That used to bully us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because imagine that day, you know, like you're going to see the Glitter Band, aren't you? You should be playing football with us.
You puffs.
Yeah, you puffs.
You puffs. But I do remember those, at the concert, I do remember those big hats, with the girls wearing the glitter hats.
The badges.
The badges and all that sort of stuff. And,
they were really in, weren't they?
Yeah. And the only thing I really remember from that day, and I know I've said it before, is when they're singing Angel Face and Jerry didn't do the Angel Face. He didn't do that last thing, and you turned around to me and said, I knew he wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Again, better memory than what I got. But those hats, like there was those. I got a couple of those Glitter Band videos, and they were doing the Geordie. I think it's called the Geordie scene.
Geordie scene, yeah.
And there was one guy, the host, he had one of those hats on.
Yeah.
And you just saw everyone dancing. You just saw this one hat just bopping up and down. I think that's from Noddy Holder from Slade. I think he started wearing that with the mirrors, wasn't it? He was right into that.
Yeah.
He looked like the clown from Godspell, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, Noddy Holder.
Noddy Holder.
Because I mentioned Springy did in that Spanish version of Leader of the Gang.
Yeah.
He had the dot on his face and the black lipstick.
Yeah.
And he looked really pissed off just standing on this platform on his own.
Yeah. And I've got to say a thank you to Grace, because she sent us all those Glitter Band in Australia photos.
Yeah.
And a couple of those photos sort of jogged my memory a bit. And it was good to see that they were still wearing glitter jackets, even though they weren't matching glitter jackets. They were all wearing like different types of glitter stuff.
Yeah.
So they didn't come to Australia in their rock and roll dudes.
Thank God. But you just reminded me of something in this discussion now.
Yeah.
When you were talking about hiding from school and that. Now I remember certain things from when you said that just then. So one of my memories have just resurrected about 3 minutes ago.
What?
When you're talking about jigging school.
Yeah, what was the memory?
The memory was on that day. Psyching up for it.
Yeah. Look, I'm just looking on here and it says John Russell played on it. Said he played the saxophones on it. So maybe he did play on the album and then left just before the album came out.
Yeah, well, really, his name was only written on the song, what they wrote.
Yeah.
It didn't, I suppose if you went through who was playing what on the songs, his name would have appeared.
Yeah, I thought he left before they started recording the album, but he must have been recording it. And there's a couple of stories about why John left the band.
Yeah, well, that's all coming out in his book.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I hope to see it soon. But there's a couple of stories. There's a story of, I've heard him say, Gary was being a dick.
Yeah.
And the band were being dicks, and he was sort of stuck in between. Like the band would say to him, "Tell Gary we're not doing this."
Yeah.
And then he'd go to tell Gary, and then go, "Well, tell them to fuck off."
Yeah, the man in the
so
middle.
he was stuck in the middle, and he left. Other people say he left to pursue a solo career.
Yeah.
So
Well, he was the main man of the Glitter. If there wasn't any, if it wasn't for John Russell, there'd been no Glitter Band. So he was always going to be the middleman, with the business.
Well,
side
he was
of
the
things.
leader. He was the real leader.
Yeah, yeah.
He was the leader. Yeah. So I'd love to know what really happened back then, because, like I said, just looking at the album cover for the first time, I noticed he wasn't there.
Yeah.
Because there was always 6, It was an even number. There was 6, and then all of a sudden, 5.
5, yeah. And,
5.
well, there was no discussion about it, was there?
No.
It was just like, bang, like poof.
Yeah, not
He
in
just-
Australia.
he just
anyway,
disappeared.
Not in Australia.
Yeah.
He just seemed to disappear. Should mention, of course, the album was produced by Mike Leander, and it was recorded in Paris and London.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the album cover photography was by Jay Trapman. Now, I hope whoever Jay Trapman is didn't suggest those suits.
Yeah, yeah, that was a real disappointment.
Yeah. And the framing of the album too, how it's got that sort of like that white frame with all those sort of flowery.
Yeah.
It was like a teenage girl's postcard or something.
Yeah.
I guess that's what they're going for. But a lot of these people, a lot of these bands and a lot of these performers forgot about the teenage boys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was very unglittery. Like the my best, because as you know, I've got a collection of the videos.
Yeah.
The best videos are when the Glitter Band were actually backing Gary.
Yes.
And they actually had the glitter in their hair.
Yes. And long hair.
And long hair.
Yeah.
They were the best.
So we're talking like 72,
71, 72.
73.
I Didn't Know I Love You. They all had... When I hear that song, I think of Jerry just bouncing around with his long hair and the glitter in their hair.
Yeah.
And...
Geez, that must have been a shit to get out of your hair.
Yeah. But, well, we don't care. We're the fans. We didn't have to do it.
Well, we did it quite a few times.
Yeah, we did, actually. But those videos, like I said, that's what I like the Glitter Band most, when they're actually backing Gary. Now I can get crucified for saying that, but
This is the second time you're getting crucified this episode.
yeah, the Glitterites mightn't understand where I'm coming from, but I do love their songs and I do love their albums, of course.
Yeah, like to me, to me, the Glitter Band albums had more better songs than the Gary albums.
Yeah.
But Gary's songs, the hits, were way superior. Way superior.
Yeah.
That you can't compare them really. Maybe Angel Face.
Yeah.
You can put up there with Gary, but the
Yeah.
other songs you can't really. I don't think you can.
All the singles, anyway.
Yeah. And the productions. And, Gary was more of a singles guy. And funnily enough, the Glitter Band are more album band, weren't they?
Yeah. Well, going back to the Glitter Band, like, as I said, I loved when they had their long hair back in Gary. And then when the Glitter Band were in their element, even as early as Hey, they cut their hair.
Yeah.
So it went from the long hair, the glitter in their hair, to they cut their hair and then nothing. There was no glitter on the album cover.
When they cut their hair, if you look at the cover of Hey, it's all like, they've all got Bowie hairstyles.
Yeah.
So they're all trying to be Bowies. They're all posing like Bowie,
The red hair.
Yeah.
And then...
which I thought was really cool, by the way.
Yeah. And so it went from the really long hair, glitter in their hair, then they cut their hair, then Rock and Roll Dudes cover. There was no glitter, nothing.
Yeah.
And then the third and fourth albums, well, that's another story.
I just want to tell one story around this time, what happened around this time. Marty and I went to We used to have a pinball place called the Golden Q where they had pinball machines and...
the Monster Bash. Remember the Monster Bash?
Yeah.
That was always playing.
Yeah, and the pool tables. And one day, Marty and I thought it was a good idea to put lipstick, eyeshadow and glitter on and go down there. And you got to remember, all these people that were in there, Marty and I are like 11, everyone else is like 14, 15, which is they're like men compared to us.
It's like the lambs amongst the wolves.
Yeah, and I don't know what we were fucking thinking.
No, that's what I mean.
We were just, we were just thinking probably let's do it for a shit stir.
Yeah.
And when we went down there, I remember that everyone just stopped and looked at us and just sort of like backed away, and it was like, oh, we're not going to fuck with these guys. These guys are insane.
Really?
Yeah, and it was like...
Again, I don't remember that.
Yeah.
You got a better memory than I have.
Yeah. So, anyway, you've been listening to the Glitter Glam Rock podcast. See you later.
See you later. Rock on.